Okay, let's get into this. You know that feeling, sometimes the world just feels, well,
Chaotic, yeah.
hmm,
Overwhelming, maybe.
exactly, like you're just reacting all the time.
Uh-huh. And, well, managing that is really what this deep dive is all about, based on your sources.
Mhm.
Emotional regulation.
Right. And we should probably clarify right off the bat, like your source is stressed. This isn't about stuffing feelings down.
No, definitely not suppression. It's more the skill, of recognizing what you're feeling, understanding it, and then managing the response constructively.
So like with work stress or maybe a disagreement or just those daily little things that pile up.
Precisely. It's about having some choice in how you respond rather than just, being carried away by that first wave of feeling.
Okay. So our goal here is to really unpack what your sources say about why this skill is so critical and also how you actually start developing it.
Yeah, and the why was laid out really clearly in the material. The benefits are pretty wide-ranging. Mental health was a big one that jumped out.
Oh, absolutely. The sources were specific, saying it helps buffer against things like anxiety, depression, even burnout.
Right, it's like it helps you process tough stuff without getting completely swamped by it. Better coping, essentially.
And that calm processing feeds right into relationships, doesn't it?
It really does. The material talked about, like, calmer communication during conflict. You can solve problems better, build trust. It shifts things.
Makes sense. And then there's decision making. That's huge.
Yeah, because strong emotions can seriously cloud your judgment, right? Your sources mention how regulating helps you pause, get clear, and make choices that actually line up with your goals and values.
Instead of just reacting based on how you feel right now.
Exactly. Which leads kind of naturally into resilience,
Ah, yeah. Life throws curveballs.
always. And the sources frame this skill as key to adapting, facing challenges with maybe grace instead of just fear or frustration. You bend, you don't break.
Okay, so the why is compelling. It touches pretty much everything. Let's talk how. Your sources had some really practical techniques. What's the starting point?
Well, the most basic foundational thing they mentioned was just pausing and breathing.
Sounds almost too simple.
It does, but the materials plane, it creates this tiny gap. It interrupts the automatic reaction, gives your thinking brain a sec to catch up, like hitting pause on your nervous system.
Okay, pause. Then what? Naming the feeling.
Yeah, just identifying it, like, okay, feeling angry here, or this is anxiety.
Why does just naming it help?
Your sources highlighted that it makes the feeling less overwhelming, more like something you can look at. Awareness is always that first step to managing anything, really.
Yeah.
You got to see it first.
Got it. They also brought up mindfulness, right? Observing thoughts without getting tangled up.
Uh-huh. That practice helps you kind of detach from the immediate reaction. You just notice, oh, there's that worry thought again, or feel that tension in my shoulders. It reduces the reactivity over time, builds self-awareness.
And I liked that specific example for reframing negative thoughts. It wasn't just abstract advice.
You mean the I always mess up versus I made a mistake, I can learn.
Yes, exactly that.
Yeah, that reframing is powerful. It changes the whole feeling around it, from feeling defeated to like seeing a chance to grow,
Takes the sting out, maybe.
kind of. And the material also touched on, healthy outlets and self-compassion, being kind to yourself when you do mess up.
Okay, so pulling it all together from your sources.
Hmm.
The big idea isn't about being emotionless.
Not at all. It's about learning how to respond thoughtfully instead of just reacting automatically to whatever feelings pop up.
It's a skill, a practice, not a switch you flip.
Definitely a lifelong practice, as the sources put it. But the payoff they describe is huge.
Yeah.
More inner peace, better relationships, just a better quality of life overall.
And that final advice seemed really key. Start small, be patient with yourself.
Yeah, because it's not about controlling emotions in some, rigid way. It's more about understanding them, having compassion for yourself.
Which makes you think if it's not about not feeling, but about how you respond.
Hmm. Does mastering that give you a kind of freedom?
Maybe the freedom to choose your own experience, even when things outside are, well, chaotic. Something to think about.